If you start an inventory at 6 in the morning and you're still entering data at 10 at night, there's bound to be an error. My name is Andreas Horvath. I've been head of logistics here for 5.5 years. Our main products are heat meters, which we manufacture. We also obviously sell other things related to sub-metering. The L-Mobile solution is designed to be used across the entire company. 4 years ago, we decided we needed to digitalize our processes. Our entire warehousing process starts with goods receipt. All that is still carried out using analog processes. L-Mobile first comes in after we have generated a receipt and are directed to the respective dispatch warehouse or interim storage area. We have completely streamlined the flow of information in-house. It actually saves employees one trip. When they get a work order, they no longer have to gauge what has run out or what they need to restock by eye. That's how our old concept worked. Instead, they work in a central warehouse, get a pick order, and restock the goods. And then they're done. They can do everything on the go. So we've reduced work routes and process routes by around 2/3. My intralogistics workers still travel about 10 kilometers a day in the warehouse during their shift. That's still a lot, but you can assume that we used to do around 50,000 steps before. The second big step was obviously the inventory.
Yes, inventory is a good example. We had to write everything by hand on paper, so the item number and quantity, and then add that to a list. This list was then sent to the accounting team, and they had to then add it to the system again by hand. And so mistakes were inevitable.
I started here in 2019, and my first task was to retake the inventory. I had to figure out where the shortages were coming from. We then realized that we had a lot of discrepancies due to data entry errors. I'd say it was around 20%. Then you had to transfer the data into the system itself. Like I said, it would take 6 hours to enter handwritten numbers into the system. Here we had an error rate of around 10 to 15%, and that's how we took the inventory.
Thanks to L-Mobile, stock taking is a lot more positive, I would say.
L-Mobile basically put a digital machine data collection device in our hand, took our paperwork and pens away and said, "Right, try this."
It made stock taking a lot quicker, mainly because you just have to scan once, enter the quantity, and then go. Okay, everything looks fine. Then it goes straight into the system.
We've saved 1 working day. We needed half a day for the full inventory, and then we could start again straight away. And in terms of our processes, when you think we make between 3 and 3,500 devices a day, L-Mobile has given us a clear financial advantage. Errors were almost eradicated. So we didn't have any transfer errors or things like that anymore. We've been able to solve that. It's been a brilliant journey, and I can only reiterate that everyone thinks it has been a great success, even our management.
We've had very positive feedback. Everyone says, great, stock taking is a lot more fun now. Everyone can handle it well. It's easy to use. Everything's perfect.
When designing the concept, L-Mobile considered an important point. They were interested in our processes, and they had a lot of expertise in AX. We noticed that right from the start. L-Mobile is very open to working with web services and services, so the interfaces are very open. That was great for our ERP, which is Microsoft Dynamics AX. So L-Mobile was perfect for us in that sense. The first challenge was saying, okay, how do we implement these devices in our network in terms of IT without disrupting anything else? We solved that by using our own mobile data collection network. That worked pretty well. With the ERP interface that I mentioned before, it's good that we can work with web services or services from the ERP. In other words, we could prepare our own services, test them, and then test the inventory with them. Firstly in a dry dock, and then live. I believe digitalization is absolutely key for businesses. With the ever-rising cost of employees and everything else, digitalization is so important. There are two typical arguments. We've never done it like that, which is the first. And that's how we've always done it, which is the second. L-Mobile also helped us to break through those at first. That's often the issue. People say we want to digitalize the warehouse, period. But they don't lay it on the line and establish what they want. In my experience, it's best to take small steps. I think it's more effective and cost-effective. And the first project will show you whether your partner is right for you. That would be my advice for other companies. Looking back at it now, it was definitely the right choice.
I would recommend L-Mobile to any company because it's truly great and I totally support it.
Without scanners, there's no Industry 4.0 or 5.0. That's why I think it's very important for our business. We have both a service provider and a competent partner in L-Mobile. No doubt about it.